Honey, my name is Desiree Schiller. My speech is on ADHD will not prevent academic success. Does having ADHD slash attention deficit hyperactive disorder really get in the way of school or learning? What's the real sense of being normal anymore? There are actually more people with attentional disorders than normal people in the world today. In an article from the New York Times, it states that there's about 1 in every 10 U.S. kids diagnosed with ADHD. Plus, there are many more who aren't diagnosed or have other intellectual disorders. The status quo is changing the definition of normal from non-intellectual people to people with disorders being the norm. Biologists studying Darwin's theory of natural selection suggest that people with ADHD might have an evolutionary advantage over non-intellectual disorder people, since 1 in every 5 children is born with an intellectual disorder. From my personal experience, I say that having a disorder just means you're special, different, and not so boring. Everyone has a little crazy inside them, except ADHD, who has a little normal inside them. Lynch College needs to improve its disability services to adjust to the rising enrollment of students with ADHD. Lynn's current services for students with disabilities are provided on an individual basis upon request. There is not a designated ADHD or disability services academic program for Blaine College in Bryan, Texas. Steiner University in Comparable, Texas is a comparable size to Blaine. It has the learning support services for ADHD students and those with intellectual disorders. In contrast, even Texas A&M University, with its enrollment over 60,000 students, has a border disability service program that includes each student having access coordinator. The Testing Administration Center (TSC) that provides appropriate exam combinations and Accessible Technology Service (ATS), which provides students with disabilities computers. These are among the services that A&M provides. When I was born, I was not like the other whiny babies. I didn't have to sleep all the time and stay in one spot. I could move around, eat, and play at the same time. With my parents, I hardly slept. I was diagnosed with ADHD at age 4, and the doctors in IOC said that I would not do well in school, since schools do not provide help for students with ADHD. In school and college, such as Blinn, provide programs for students with intellectual disorders to be more successful. Well, I proved those doctors wrong by being who I am and studying at a very elite and high academic college, by using disability service at Texas A&M University and in Blinn College. There are a lot of famous people with ADHD or any intellectual disorder. For example, the famous producer and superstar Justin Timberlake has ADHD. Others, including many Olympic gold medalists and NFL Super Bowl winners, have ADHD. Did you know that Albert Einstein and Sir Isaac Newton had Asperger's syndrome, or otherwise known as autism? Did you know that Buzz Aldrin, one of the world's famous astronauts that landed on the moon, had bipolar disorder? These people, like me, struggle with conditions that's neither evil nor life-threatening. In the past, we would put in private or state hospital, and during the Spanish Inquisition era, we would put to death for having a disability that was considered a sin. The success of famous people have provided lessons like idea and no child left behind, so teachers have to adjust their teaching instead of punishing superstars like me. But coaches such as Blinn only compile to the minimum under 504 combinations. In academic sense, those with intellectual disorder are actually capable of achieving many feats, but there's a balance that must be followed. For people with ADHD or intellectual disorders, the classroom lecture hall can be distracting. Classwork can be complex, confusing, and a lot of work. Plus, there is the socializing with other students. So Blinn can provide a program that supports both academic and social issues. The world has changed to become a fast-paced global society. More people have disabilities in this world. The ADHD and intellectual disorders excel in this new multi-action cyber world, and face-to-face communication is replaced by this. So no more social challenges like facial expressions or body language. This fast-paced environment requires multitasking and speaking more than one feeling at a time. So special people are not the outcasts, but of great value. So Blinn could be part of the cutting edge by introducing programs to support these new global leaders, presidents, Terrestrials? Philosophers? Who knows? The status quo is changing from a society filled with people trying to hide their gifts or disabilities to a world that's embracing individuals that are different. So the moral of the message is that a person with intellectual disorder could just be the next Albert Einstein, or a sensation like Justin Timberlake, or even become a world-famous astronaut like Buzz Aldrin. So learning college will benefit economically and impact society by creating ADHD programs and other intellectual disorder programs for students like me. You never know that a person with intellectual disorder is going to achieve great things or make successes that will reach the stars. One way that students and tax rates could change blends policies for students with ADHD disability will be to fill out teacher comments and suggest ADHD programs to be added in the core service command plan. Thank you very, very much for coming to listen to me today, and I hope that all of you like my visual aids. I know some of them are acting up because my photographer is having a network issue with them, and I really hope that these programs will pass. I actually wish these programs would have been around when I was a little girl, and I would really love it if everybody would do the intercourse service to get these programs pushed, so that way that we can have more people to go. Thank you very much, and have a very, very nice day.